What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and we're back with Chaos Theories with... You told me not to call you Mister, right? with the Chaos Math. Yeah, I had to stop myself there.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. For some reason, the Mister thing is sticking around.
I think it comes right off the tongue. It's like Mr. Chaos Math.
I guess, yeah.
It's almost like you're a blue blood of some sort. You know, I could kind of picture with like a ponytail and like a corsair. What's that thing's called? I just butchered it.
I did have hair down to my ass when I was a teenager, so I don't know.
Down to your ass, down the spine or down the chest?
Down the back. I was a big time headbanger, man.
Oh, you talk about actual hair. I'm thinking about back hair. See, we're in two different.
Oh no, I'm German, Swedish.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'd need that Mediterranean blood for braided back hair.
Have that red, white, and blue braided back hair. Well, it's kind of funny that we're talking about the red, white, and blue because our theory this week is actually based in the United States. We're going to talk about the Bermuda Triangle.
Crazy shit.
Crazy shit. You know, when I think about the Bermuda Triangle, the first thing that pops in my head is Flight 19.
Yeah.
You know, the bombing run or the practice run or whatever the hell it was, and they all disappear, and then they send
that was a whole squadron, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a whole squadron. They got lost, and they never found them. And I think, wasn't that the first case of like an actual airplane getting lost in the Bermuda Triangle versus a boat of some sort?
Yeah, I think for most part it's all ships, but then when that came along, and yeah, what a way to get into planes for a whole fucking squadron to go missing. I mean, that's kind of weird. Definitely. They
came out of Fort Lauderdale. They had to go 141 miles north for 73 miles, then back over a 140-mile leg, and they never returned to base. So the fucked up thing is they sent another plane out after them, and they never came back either.
Yeah.
It had 13 men on that plane too. It's like, I wonder if, like, obviously they were training pilots. They were not like experienced pro pilots. But on the other end of it, the rescue crew would have been experienced pilots. Or at least I'd like to think so.
Yeah, sure. And the thing is with the Flight 19, sure that maybe they were training, but they're not fucking geese where, like, you know, there's one in charge and everyone just will, you know, fly into a turbine engine of a jet if that's where the other one's going. I mean, for all of them to have no idea where they were going and all disappear seems really unlikely.
That's a good point. I actually never thought about that. I've actually thought about this a couple times and be like, all right, maybe the, you know, the wing pilot or whatever they call the head, the ace, would have, you know, made a decision and they ran out of gas and crashed into the ocean.
Yeah,
somewhere.
no, this is all, you know, unique minds. It's hard to believe that, you know, 13 of them, I was like, I think 13 of them all were like, yep, this is where we need to go, and no, I don't know what to do now, so I'm gonna, you know.
It makes a lot of sense. So it's like whenever I'm like, you ever got to that point where you're almost out of gas and you don't quite know where you're going to find a gas station at?
Dude, I do that way too much.
And you're like almost in panic mode, like, okay, next gas station. It has to be me and it.
Oh, like, dude, I've turned that into an art form where, like, then you go up a hill, and then you're like, oh shit, like, and then you see just how bad it is, and then you start going down a hill, and then it looks like, no, I'm okay.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, that feeling alone, just imagine what that feeling would be like in an airplane following somebody that didn't know where the fuck they're going over the ocean.
That's a fucking stomachache.
I mean, like, you'd have to eventually, like, almost like mutiny would go in your head, because you don't want to be an insubordinate. But at the same time, you don't want to crash into the fucking ocean and drown.
No, that's a horrible way to die. Absolutely horrible.
I mean, even if you didn't die, and let's say you broke like both your broken arm and a leg, and you're sitting there swimming with one arm, holding onto like a plane fucking piece, that would fucking suck.
Just to get eaten by fucking sharks. I mean, there's no way out of that. Like, if you're in the open ocean in a plane, yeah, if you do happen to survive the landing, you're fucking fish food, or you're gonna freeze to death. I mean, there's 9 ways to die, but none of them are very pleasant.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. I mean, the fact that they all would have just got lost seems really, really unlikely.
It does seem unlikely. I mean, I always put it like that. I always wrote it off like, yeah, they just got fucking lost and they crashed the ocean. But I never thought about, like, they were all unique minds. I mean, like, you know, like the Carroll A. Deering and all the other ships before this, that's obviously pirates. You know, somebody got their shit raped and raided and they threw them all overboard, burial at sea, whatever. Mm-hmm. But the aircraft, like the next one was like the Douglas, which was 1948. And like one thing that I'm noticing, after like 1960, shit quit disappearing in the Bermuda Triangle. You have any theories on that?
Why would stuff stop disappearing? Well, I don't know, because again, I guess the crux of this question is like, what the fuck is the Bermuda Triangle? Like, what is down there, or what is it about that area that's what's going on? I mean, a lot of the theories revolve around the fact that the compasses don't work, and there's something with magnetics, and so maybe there's something going on there. But yeah, I mean, for it to stop happening, I don't know. I guess I would say that's where the skeptics could come in and say, well, you look at the advances in navigation, the advent of GPS, and improved radar and all that sort of stuff. Because if you look at the timeline, right, I mean, post World War II is when all that stuff really, the technology really started to pick up, communication started to pick up. So I'd have to say the fact that it's stopped since the 60s sort of, gives more credence to the skeptics saying that, yeah, it was just coincidence.
I think it's funny that you put that. Because the Devil's Triangle is a whole nother ball, all of beans. So for those who don't know what the Devil's Triangle is, it's pretty much the Pacific Ocean's version of the Bermuda Triangle. It's just outside the Japan and the Philippine Sea. And its big claim to fame is after World War II, the Japanese in 1952 to 1954 lost 5 military vessels totaling 700 people. And a military vessel is going to have some type of, competent navigator on it.
Well, yeah, you don't get to pilot a giant ship unless you know what the fuck you're doing.
It's the same thing with planes. I forgot to bring it up, but you don't get to be in a pilot seat of a plane until you're classroom the fuck out.
Yeah, I think I would rely more on a navigation skills of a seaman than a pilot, because a pilot is really nothing without his instruments. Whereas a navigator, they've got they've got the stars. I mean, if obviously it's daytime, it doesn't help them out. But it feels like they have a little bit more of the positioning of the sun, all that sort of shit. But with the pilots, I mean, if their instruments go dead, which is what most people seem to say is happening there because of the magnet, the compasses don't work. So the gyroscopes would go to shit. They wouldn't know what their headings are, any of that. And when you're out over the open ocean, everything looks the same, right? But let me ask you this about the Devil's Triangle. You said it was in the 50s?
The 50s.
Is there any record of anything happening since then? Or does that drop off as well?
53 seems to be the last record.
Okay, so here are my two theories. The first one is that it's just bullshit, and GPS took care of that, so nobody's getting lost out there anymore. But the other theory is, I think it's kind of interesting that one's on this area in the Atlantic Ocean, and then maybe this is a counterpart on the other side of the world. I'd be interested to see how these things stack up as if you were to, cut the eastern western hemispheres and then paste it over and see how they lie in relation to each other. There could be something there.
Yeah, there could be something there. But like I said, I feel like it leans itself more toward the navigation problems.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that generally these places are somewhere that's in a highly trafficked area, like the Caribbean during all those years was a very highly trafficked pirate area.
Mm-hmm.
Port Royal, the French, the Spanish, all them people were fighting for the colonies there in the Caribbean.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you got a point. Either that or, aliens. Aliens live on the water.
Yeah, aliens,
We always have to play the alien card whenever we do any of these because, hey, could be the aliens, right?
It could be the aliens.
So they hear, because you would say all the magnetics don't work. So maybe that's where their hideout is, and they hear somebody driving over their roof, and they get pissed and just fucking suck them down in the water.
Yeah, but the most part, if they got pissed like that? Wouldn't all these fucking cruise ships full of rich people be slam dunked by now?
Maybe they all just have hurt butts and they don't know about it. Maybe they got better. Maybe instead of sucking them down and killing them, they're just anally probing them and then mind wiping them and putting them back on their Carnival cruise with some fucking shrimp. And they come home happy, a little butt hurt, but that's about it.
You have it. Aliens like to probe rich people in the butt in the Bermuda Triangle. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a rating of 4,000 likes. Don't worry, our next topic might not have aliens in it, because we'll be doing the moon landings.
Yes.
Check out Mr. Chaos Math in the link below. As always, thank you for watching my video, or our video, and I'll see you guys later.